Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Dragon Quest VIII. When we last left off, we got the Dark Tree Leaf, and we were going to use it to track down evil Sir Leopold, and then remove the taint of his evil from the world. Anyway, we got the Dark Tree Leaf to do that, and to use the Dark Tree Leaf, you just go in your inventory, you use it, it opens up your map, and it shows you where he's at. So, basically, we just need to fly there. The idea behind this is you just get on your god bird and you fly towards where the leaf is pointing to. And if you just use your map, it also shows up so. So we want to go straight west. Where is it now? Alright. There he is. And you just want to get on him. And now, I don't think you can catch him in the air, but what you're doing is you're chasing him and forcing him to land. And then once we get him to land, then he will be an easy target. Yeah, see, you can't run into him or anything like that. He's a little faster than you. So occasionally you do have to spin to catch up. Best thing to do, though, is to just aim at him because you bounce off of him, so you're right behind him. Awesome. Alright, and that was the wrong button. Yes. Hopefully it won't make me land all the way back up next to that on that plateau they have in the backyard for some reason. Awesome. Right at the gates. If you do hear a slight, humming noise in the background, that is my fan. It's currently 90 degrees outside. Fahrenheit, if for some reason you live in outside of the U.S., you know. But, he will be safe here in a moment. I have a big fan, a small fan, and an air conditioner in my room. I'm not very comfortable.
You, help me. His Holiness is in danger. An evil creature has forced its way into his chamber.
You know, this is the thing that I find interesting about Rollo. We only see him a few times throughout the course of the game, and we never ever get any flattering looks at him. But the thing is I don't feel like he's the kind of guy who would, he definitely wants to be like the Dragon Quest Pope. He wants to be the highest position in the church organization in this game, but I don't feel like he's the kind of guy who would have murdered the Pope I don't actually know what he's called. They just call him His Holiness. I'm just going to assume he's a pope. I mean, he has the hat. But I don't feel like Rollo would murder the pope to get his position. I think he genuinely likes His Holiness.
You have to help him. And don't forget to mention, tell His Holiness that it was High Priest Rollo who sent for help first.
And of course, then, you know, he ruins it by saying that. So if you hadn't got the items here before, now's a good time to get them. But I've already done that. Alright, let me see. I'm not sure why he has that on. Probably because I didn't have anything better. Let me see. I think I have something better now, though. Titan belt. That, right there. Yeah. Put that on. What do you got? You have a life bracer, which is fine. Although I could probably put a Titan belt on you, too. I don't have one. Drat. You've got the agility ring and you've got the meteorite bracer. That's fine. So, this boss battle is pretty easy compared to the last couple we've had to deal with. Well, I say couple, but Gimmon wasn't that hard. But Leopold's not that hard either. So... Alright, I got my weapons on. Just making sure. Actually, I need to use Insulatl. And we'll go ahead and put a buff on. He does have a fairly powerful cold breath attack, so you can also use the ice shield to protect against his breath attacks, and that might have been a better use of my time, actually. But I did want to get like one buff in there because he does have pretty high attack power. Let me see. We'll go ahead and just heal Jessica. Ugh. I feel like I've had this junk in my throat for like 47 years, and I'm only 30 years old. The most difficult thing about the Leopold battle is that he actually, you know, attacks twice in a round. So let's do this. And Ow! That hurt. Why would you do that? Nice. Ooh, double nice. Okay. Alright, so we want to multi-thrust, and we want to parallax, and we want to try and get that oomph in first. You can just multi-heal. Yeah, Evil Sir Leopold doesn't have the disruptive wave attack. So allows us to do things like this. Like smack him for 1,500 points of damage. And then 1,900 points of damage. There's this cold breath. Doesn't do that much damage. I did not know that, but apparently, if you're down on the ground, you take full damage. Huh. Alright, so what do I want to do here? He's almost dead, so let's just do this. Take that, doggy. Sit. Plated.
You fools. How many more times?
Every time. All the time. I do feel kind of bad for...
Holiness, are you hurt? Thank the goddess, he still has a pulse. What happened? Was it that hellhound? What on earth is going on? Marcello, what are you doing just standing there? Carry His Holiness to his bed at once. Get a move on, you sluggard. You're supposed to be Master of the Guard. I'll have you demoted if you don't snap to it. Are you deaf, Marcello? I just gave you an order.
Ah ha ha! Well, well, well. High Priest Rollo, I had no idea you were so devious.
What are you laughing about? I fail to see anything funny about the situation.
Well, we're about to find out what's so funny.
Enough of the pretense. I know it was you who employed these thugs and that dog. What an elaborate scheme. Engineering a diversion to give you time to effect the assassination of the Lord High Priest. I was aware of your desire to be his successor, but to resort to murder.
Okay, so he's not the Pope, he's the Lord High Priest. Alright, I remember that now.
What rot! How dare you! I plan nothing of the sort!
Arrest them! Exile High Priest Rollo to Purgatory Island, along with these thugs. They will learn that succession comes at a high price. Take them away!
One thing I need to point out to you guys is that if you have not got the items on Holy Item Neos before you come here, they're actually lost forever. I think.
Yes, sir!
Like, it's either now or after the next scene, but here coming up soon, the items there are going to be lost forever. Marcello, you asshole!
They say that every dog has its day. And it seems I have a dog to thank for mine.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, that's pretty bad. That's at least like a 7.
Insolent traitors! How dare you treat me like this? I am to be the next Lord High Priest! Do you hear me? I am innocent! You should arrest that miscreant! Stop! Wait! This is all a misunderstanding!
I would like to point out they left us our weapons.
One of my own men. That turncoat. How could Marcello do this to me?
Marcello's an asshole.
I was so close. He was a frail old man. All I had to do was wait, and I'd have become the next Lord High Priest for sure. This is Purgatory Island, where our most heinous criminals are locked away until they die. Once you're in here, death is the only way out. Curse Marcello! That traitor will rot in hell!
Forgive me.
The Lord High Priest dies from shock, and the High Priest out of the picture too. This is better than I ever could have hoped.
Okay, this right here is something that's really, really kind of murky. On the one hand, you can say that Marcello killed the Lord High Priest, but on the other hand, he was an old man, and he really could have died from shock. Like, because he just fell over. They never really say. They kind of leave the question in the air. Did Marcello actually kill the Lord High Priest, or did he actually die from shock?
What the? Ah! Ah! My head! I can't bear it! What's happening?
My flesh and blood are trapped, sealed away by those infernal sages.
That voice. Who is it? What do you want? The scepter!
A new hand to hold the scepter, a new body to control. You are a slave to the scepter. You will obey my command.
I obey no one!
What? Oh.
I'm notoriously bad at taking orders.
There's a lot left up to interpretation with Marcello, I feel. I mean, he is a dick.
Marcello may be a traitor, but I could not ignore his uncommon determination and strength. Not to mention his skill with a sword. It was my intention to use him to position myself as the Lord High Priest's successor. I used Marcello to eliminate all opposition. All I had to do was wait. Once I had cleared the path for my promotion, the only obstacle was time. But I did not foresee this turn of events. How could I let that stripling undo me? Listen. You can hear the voices of the convicts below. We have arrived. This is Purgatory Island. Hell on Earth.
Once again, they left us our weapons. I don't get that. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. So, we have control here. You're just kind of supposed to go around and talk to everybody. Yeah, we're in kind of a pickle, aren't we? So... Oh, they are. Oh wow, he actually speaking up for us. I will spear you, man.
Goddess on high, for the first time in my life, I pray to you from my heart. I beg for your mercy. Please protect us and the Lord High Priest.
Like, issues of like time scaling and stuff in RPGs is really, really murky. You never really know how much time passes from one event to the other. Dragon Quest V is a really good example of this, because...
Morning, Gov. How did you sleep? I couldn't sleep a wink.
Because of the fact that, like, years pass between, like, parts of the game. And like they never really talk about it. Like from the time you get married in Dragon Quest V to the time you find out that the main character is actually a prince, something like a year passes. You know, they're kind of going around on their honeymoon tour for like a whole year, you know, just wandering the earth. And there's, you know, years pass in between from when your kids find you to when you find your wife. I mean, that's supposed to be years. And it's just I don't feel like they do a really good job at kind of letting you know how much time passes in an RPG, any RPG.
What do you think will happen to us now? I wonder what's going on outside.
Like, is this the next day? Is this weeks later? Poor old man.